Hello guys, how are you? Okay, so today what we're gonna do is something that in my class we would have to speak, okay? Two partners will speak together about what I'm gonna explain right now. But since you're not speaking, I want you to practice writing it, okay? So this is how it's gonna go. So on page 78, página 78, actividad 5, dice mi horario. Okay, dice, write out your class schedule. Copy the chart and provide the information for each class. So you would have to write hora. Okay, on the top, the title would be mi horario. Mi horario. Mi horario is my schedule. Hora, clase y profesor o profesora. And then you would do like a big rectangle, okay? Something like this. Exactly the same way that we see on page 78, activity 5. So la hora we will write every hour. La primera hora. And I want you to write the whole thing, okay? La primera hora. La segunda hora. La tercera hora. And so on. The first class, the second class, the third class. Now, clase. If you have, let's suppose you have inglés. La clase de inglés. And then on your second class, you have Spanish. La clase de español. And you would do exactly the same thing with all of them. Now, lunch, let's suppose on your tercera hora, you have lunch. How do we call lunch? Almuerzo. Okay? And then at the end, you're going to put the names of your teachers, okay? Señora Ruiz. Señor Wade. Señorita, I don't know, Robinson. Okay, and so on. That's how you're gonna do it. That's for activity number 5. Now, on activity number 6 is talking, okay? Now, since you are not gonna talk to nobody, you are gonna write, ¿tienes mucha tarea en la clase de matemáticas? Okay, so I'm gonna erase this. Let me go get my eraser. Okay, so for activity number 6. 6, mucha tarea. Mucha tarea. And then the question is, ¿tienes mucha tarea en la clase de matemáticas? Do you have a lot of homework on math class? So you are going to write, how many periods do you have? 8. So you will write 8 questions. Okay. Y la pregunta es, ¿tienes mucha tarea? And if you had on your first period English, you would ask, ¿tienes mucha tarea en la clase de inglés? And then you will have your answer. You can have three options. Una, sí, tengo mucha tarea. Or two, no, no tengo mucha tarea. Or three, no estudio matemáticas. No estudio means you don't have that class. But since you have all that classes because you already put them on your schedule, you are going to have the third option would be más o menos. Más o menos is like saying so, sometimes, a veces, okay? So the first response, let me just erase these numbers, would be, you can put sí, tengo mucha tarea. Just imagine that you have in your English class a lot of homework. So you will respond, sí, tengo mucha tarea. And now let's suppose that in your second class is Spanish. And I don't give you a lot of homework, right? So you would say, no, no tengo mucha tarea. But maybe on your third class or your fourth class, you have a class where sometimes you have homework. So you will respond, a veces tengo tarea. Because a veces means sometimes. Or the one that I just explained, más o menos. So. Okay? So you have three options to respond. You choose the one you want to put, and then you're going to write your 8 questions with their own answers. That's for activity number 6. For activity number 7, it says, write sentences stating which of the 2 classes you like better and why. Use a list of adjectives to help you with your response. Save your paper for activity number 8. Okay, for activity number 8, this is what you're going to do. I mean, not 8, 7. Activity number 7. Me gusta más. What is me gusta más? Me gusta más means I like more, okay? So the example is giving us English, inglés, y español. So the first sentence that they gave us as an example is, me gusta más la clase de español. Period. Es divertida. So the part es divertida is explaining us why they like more Spanish class, okay? And you can respond, me gusta más la clase de español, no es aburrida, no me gusta ni la clase de español ni la clase de inglés. So using the little square with the rectangle, using the words from the rectangle, we have aburrida, which is boring. And then we have on the bottom difícil, which is hard. And then we have divertida, fun, fácil, easy, interesante, interesting. Let me fix it. Y the last one, practical. So using these adjectives, you are gonna form or you're gonna create your own sentences. Okay, now from 1 to 6, each one gives you 2 classes. Okay, arte y educación física on the number 2 and the other ones. So if you don't have one of those classes, you will respond, no tengo la clase de and you will write what's the class that you don't have. Now, let's suppose you are in the number 3 and you have English and you don't have math, right? So you can say, no me gusta la clase de inglés porque es aburrida. Or you can say, no tengo la clase de matemáticas. Okay? Just like this. Now, if you like both classes equal, you would say, me gustan las dos clases. Okay, me gustan las dos clases. And that's how you're gonna work with the numbers from 1 to 6. And that's it for now. Okay, guys, if you have any questions, just email me. Adios.